Hi everyone. This morning in my devotions I was reading the story of Mephibosheth. He was Saul's grandson, son of Jonathan. And it's a story about him being brought back from Lodabar. I was reminded of when I was in school last time. One of my fellow students did a sermon about Lodabar. And Mephibosheth, you may remember, he was in bad shape. He was lame in both feet. His grandfather and father were dead when he was a young age. He'd been disinherited. He was sort of in hiding, unsure of how David would respond. And so it was just a kind of a rough spot. And this fellow just talked about Lodabar and how sometimes we feel like we're living in Lodabar. He said people who are poor, who are broken, who are disenfranchised, who are pushed to the margins of society, people who have lost spouses, filled with grief, just sort of all of these people he went through and talked about what it feels like to be in Lodabar. But you may remember in the story that David asks if there's anybody that's related to Jonathan that he could bless. And he's told about Mephibosheth. And David brings him back, restores all his grandfather's lands, and says, "You'll eat at my table all of the time." The point is this: sometimes we feel like we're in Lodabar. We've lost everything. We feel lost. We push to the sides all of these things. But there's a king, the king of the universe, who invites us to eat at his table every day and cares for us and desires to do kindness to us. And so I feel encouraged by this, that even when we feel like we're in Lodabar, at a loss, estranged, all of these things, there's a king who wants to do us kindness. May you experience the kindness of the King of Kings all of this week. God bless.